Chances are if you clicked on this video, you're just nosy or you like plants. I kind of have always been obsessed with plants, but I really started taking off my plant obsession within the last year or two. They kind of live here in my office space. This is kind of like where I film all my videos and where I stream from, and it's also where I have my plants because I have a cat, and as much as he is good with my plants, I have some plants that I just don't want him to chew on because they're kind of a little bit toxic, so I just don't want him to eat those. But yeah, other than that, let's look at my plants. We'll start off with the plant that I got very first when I started my collection. It is the Monstera Addisoni, or the Swiss cheese plant. And also I might know some of the real scientific names or the actual names of plants. And I know some of the nicknames, or I know some plants have a lot of different names. So if I don't know the name or I mispronounce it, I'll probably put it on the screen what it is. But this is the Monstera Addisoni. This is the same nursery pot that I got it in. It was more trailing when I got it, but I put it on a moss pole trellis, and it's been getting pretty big, and I actually have been cutting it a few times, and then now I have a propagation of this one that I want to have it trail down, but this one I have it climbing upward. This may or may not be going in chronological order, but I can kind of remember what I got and when I got them. But next, I would say I got my regular Monstera deliciosa. This one, I have propped it several times. I've even done the arrow roots kind of growing in the moss. But it kind of grows a little funky because I don't have one singular window. In this room, there's a window here and a window here. So my plants pretty much get light from two different sources of direction, which is kind of nice. And this door usually stays closed, and this room probably stays about 70 degrees or about less. So it stays pretty toasty in here. So they really, really enjoy it. But this is my deliciosa. I am not gonna lift it up just because it is quite heavy, but I don't know if you can see it. I'll insert some more clips here. This large form Monstera, like I was saying, this thing is humongous now. I did not want to pick it up because I didn't want to ruin my stabilization that I have back here with this stake and this moss pole. Funny enough, this is actually a hair clip. Maybe one day I will get to wear it again as a hair clip, but it's a little Monstera leaf. I think I got this from Walmart or something. It's absolutely cute, but it holds two of my main leaves together. But when I got this plant, it had this one, and it's giving me 1, 2, and then this brand new one here. So I'm gonna have to upgrade this pot here soon because she is outgrowing it. In case you haven't been able to tell already, but Monsteras are probably one of my favorite plants. I absolutely love them. I love them so much that I have an elbow, and I also have the tie. I love them so much. I got these as babies, and they're really starting to grow. I really kind of dislike the elbows when they do melt a little bit. It's kind of inevitable to have any way to absorb light to create nutrients, so it's just a blank leaf. So, but they are so cute, and I love it. This one's going a little funky, but we're getting there. Here is one of those propagations that I have from that Monstera Addisoni. I started this one as well as my philodendron in water, and they are transferred to soil, and I keep them wet, and then I have a little kind of drip tray on the bottom that just kind of has a little bit of water in them as they're transitioning from being from water to soil, just because going from straight water, roots in water, to soil can kind of not really be successful if you're not keeping the soil wet or moist. So it's doing pretty well. They're giving me new little shoots, and I have a larger plant of this one here in the corner, so I'll show you that in just a second. I have a cutting from my Monstera deliciosa, and this is what I mean by they can kind of live in water with the roots. You just have to kind of give them nutrients. They can pretty much live indefinitely in water. You just want to make sure that you're giving them kind of adequate enough sizing. As you can see, it's giving me new leaves. I leave these ones in water, and then I like to put mine in soil. I kind of double prop them, if you will, just because they're my babies. But I mean, putting them in water sometimes is really low effort. I'm thinking about if I upsize my peace lily plant, maybe just making it a water only peace lily, because I cannot keep water in her. Horrible. But yeah, this is Deliciosa. This one is my newest Monstera that I got. It is a Monstera Stanleyana. I cannot say the name of this, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It is one that kind of vines and kind of creates these really nice, thick, almost leaves. This one is also variegated, which I love. Unlike the Monsteras that go with like the fenestrations in them to let the light one, this one will not do that. So I'm excited because I do not have a Monstera like this at all in my collection. I definitely love pothos and I love alocasias. I just cannot keep alocasias alive for anything, whether it's humidity, moisture, nothing. They're just so temperamental. So I can buy them, literally not look at them, and somehow they stay alive. But they're like the only plants that I've been able to kill, which is really upsetting. There's a neon pothos and a golden pothos combo together. I got these both as little baby starters and they are really starting to pop off. I believe this one is called a Marbling Queen. I just love the color on this. It is so gorgeous. I have it right in front of my window here. Next up we have alocasias. This is an alocasia stingray. I think I might do some like staking on this one. I try to rotate it because the leaves definitely follow the sun and they kind of grow out a little bit funky, but I kind of need to rotate him a little bit more because he's definitely really not bald in the back, but he leans kind of which way. My other alocasia, I am blanking the name and I do not know what this one is called, but this one has given me so much trouble. It literally dropped all of its leaves, came back, and then now we're to these two leaves again. I have it like double supported. I have a little, obviously I need a bigger stake, but I have this and then I have kind of this little piece of driftwood here that keeps them up because I find out like it droops a lot. So I definitely need something maybe like a bigger support. I don't really know, but like I said, my alocasias, as much as I love them, they just give me so much problems. Speaking of problems, this one, I cannot remember the actual name of it, but I believe they call it a dumb cane. It somewhat resembles a sugar cane, and if you eat this or like an animal eats the cane, alrighty, I have this guy here. It's pretty much did grow out these really big leaves, but I think it's just maybe the positioning of where she's at. I don't know if I need to upgrade a size, but we're doing some funky things here. It only used to pop out 2 or 3 of these really big, large shoots, and then as it would pop it out, it would die, and it would only keep 3. Now it's doing this kind of funky, crazy thing. So I don't know what's really going on here, but I mean, it's still growing. If you know what to do about this guy, I have a polka dot begonia. I trim this one pretty frequently and I kind of keep it the same, just 2 little leaves. And if I give it kind of a bigger pot, I'm thinking about having it grow up larger because I have seen how long these things can grow. But for right now, I'm just kind of keep it at this little tree level, the same kind of leaves. It doesn't have anything on the other side. She's pretty bald on that side, but she's doing pretty good. But I have a prayer plant. I think I'm gonna have to upsize this. This one actually died and had like 3 or 4 more legs to it, but it got dried out and I have it more towards where my little heater is down there. So the warm air just really dried it out. So now I leave a little water tray on the bottom of it and just bottom water it and kind of leave a little bit of water in there, and it has grown back like crazy. And I don't know if you can see it in here, but it is starting to give me some new leaves and it's starting to come back, and I'm really happy that it is. And once it kind of fills out a little bit more, I think I'm gonna give it a little bit of bigger pot and see how big she can get. This is my only Hoya. I believe this is called a Crinkle 8 Hoya, and these do bloom. I have not been able to get it to bloom yet, however. I had this up in my dining room area. It was getting sun. It just wasn't getting as much sun as this room does, and it was a lot colder up on top of my dining room than it is in this room. I just moved it in here a few days ago, and I feel like it's already given me new growth and showing me that it's pretty happy in this area. So I think I'm gonna leave it in my office. This did come as a hanging plant. I need to like screw in more hooks onto my ceiling for my plants, but I think I might make this trailing or a hanging trailing kind of plant. I just want to talk. Whoever named this plant the peace lily, like, are you okay? Because, I mean, I just want to talk because this thing does not bring me peace whatsoever. It has taken me so long to get this thing happy. I bought this thing at a Safeway. I was obsessed. I go through these trends where like I find a plant that I really, really want either on TikTok or other people's plant tours. That's kind of like why I got the Marble Queen, why I have the Monstera Thai, why I have like so many other specific plants is because the internet. However, this thing, these are really great because when they do get like dry and droopy, you know to water them. However, the more and more you do that, apparently, they don't look as nice. So I've basically just let my butt chug the whole entire time. I just keep a bottom tray of water on it or like a humidity tray on it sometimes. And I just let it vibe and keep it wet and moist. And I think it's working because it is now giving me 2 little buds. So I think she's okay. And I've also been kind of rotating it a little bit, which I feel like is helping. And that allows these little ones to come through, which is nice. And when it gets to a bigger pot, I think I might take the majority of it and put it in a bigger pot and then maybe make it a water or a hydro plant. But I'm not sure yet. If you guys do hydro lilies, let me know if it's worth it because it does not bring me peace. Lastly, we're getting towards the end here. I have only a few more here in my room, and then I have a few in my kitchen and like 1 spider plant out in the dining room as well. But this is a bird of paradise. This is a white bird of paradise. Obviously it's really, really small. I just got it. It is super cute though, but it's already starting to put out this little doodad right there, which I'm so happy about. I have it right here next to this plant here, my Marble Queen. You might be able to see it kind of in the frame a little bit. But yeah, it's been loving the bright light. I have wanted a bird of paradise forever. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait until it's a really big tree, and hopefully maybe it might bloom in my lifetime. So very excited. Okay, so I went to my kitchen and I grabbed the ones from my windowsill in my kitchen. This guy has died and I'm trying to get it to come back to life. Oh, I haven't said what this is. This is a string of hearts. A string of hearts. If anybody has a string of anything, you know how difficult they can be to take care of. I've had a string of pearls. I've had a string of turtles maybe once before, and I can't keep them. So for them, I also have, the string of bananas. Some people have a little bit of controversy with this one. I think sometimes there's like another one, is it string of dolphins or string of bananas? I can't remember. But sometimes there's like one that does look like string of bananas, but I think this one is string of bananas. But this one's doing pretty well as well. One I have wanted forever, I finally found it, is the burro's tail. Now this one is a little bit bald. Let me just be like a fair warning. I have found out by, I believe it's Plants by Crystal, I love her. She said for her burro's tail, the best thing was light. Give it bright light and it will help it not kind of pop off and fall off, because these are really notorious, I guess, for popping off. So I have just been kind of putting the ones that do on top. Probably should propagate them better. But as you can see, look at that little new growth in there. So cute. So I have these ones on my windowsill and I cannot wait until this gets humongous. I cannot wait. Alrighty, we're down to our last 2 plants. So I have my spider plant, and this one has been a little bit of a journey. It's looking a little bald on this side because it sits like this up against the wall in my dining room, very high. But I've had this in really, really bright light, and I've had it in less like indirect bright lighting. And I think it really likes kind of that less harsh direct light. I get these really nice beautiful colors, and they just look more happy, more vibrant. And by trials and tribulations as well, I feel like I have trimmed this one back. I have soaked it in alcohol. I have changed the soil because I got scale on it once, and it just really destroyed the plant, but I feel like she's doing okay. But yeah, I can still see that stupid leaf in the way. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, just gonna turn you around for this guy because as you can see, it is hanging up there on the ceiling. This is my heart philodendron. I have the propagation that I showed you earlier. I have this one in the corner on the chair as well, but I figured I wanted to hang because it was looking real bald on this side. But I kind of have that indirect light coming from this window as well as this window. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching my plant tour. If you know or can let me know some fun tidbits about some plants or anything like that, I would love to know as well. If there's any plants that you think I should get to my collection, definitely let me know because you can never have enough plants, like come on. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye.